Yo, what's up? It's your homegirl Jordan Sky. I am finally back with another video. I'm super hyped and super excited because I drank two of these things of coffee. I've already started, even though I thought I was recording, I was not. So we are in the middle of detangling and conditioning my hair. You know, little poof poof. I kind of wanted to come on here and talk, talk to my good mates who follow my little corner of the world that is YouTube land. I really appreciate you a lot because you have really encouraged me to just get back up and keep going. Phoebe Remote. Is that how you pronounce your name? Phoebe Rome? Or is it Rome? Phoebe Rome, like the actual city in Italy. I'm not sure, and I hope I'm not butchering it. DeAnna Monet, I hope I'm also not butchering your name. Names are hard. You two have really been rocking with me and pushing me to continue to do these videos, even when I'm in like the doggest place, and I really appreciate that. So thank you so much. I have nothing but love for you. Recently, I've been diagnosed with bipolar 2 and just kind of hearing that I'm never going to have the standard normal type of behavior without medication really put me in a bad place. I was already kind of sad, and I've been sad, and the way that my therapist and the psychiatrist described it to me is that, of course, that's how I felt because I didn't have the proper medication to help me balance my mind. So my low days were really low and my high days were really high, and when I say low, I mean getting out of bed, showering, combing my hair, everything like that was a real struggle and really hard for me to do. And it took a lot of energy for me to do that. Going out of the house was hard for me to do. Leaving the house was hard for me to do because I felt anxious around people and things, and I was really grateful, to be able to, when I could go to the gym on my higher days where I feel happier and more in control of things. It made me feel really good to have that type of control. If you're in a place where you just physically can't move, so I would order in because I'd just be so anxious about leaving my house. I'd be so, fearful of everything. So I would order in. Vision of eating out. You're still eating things that someone else makes. You're still putting things like unhealthy things in your body, because no matter where you go, the point of the business is to get things out as fast as they can. And in order to get things out as fast as they can, some things are going to be more fried than others. Baking and doing things like that, unless you're at an actual restaurant, they take time. So I would just get really upset with myself whenever I gain weight and whenever I couldn't move out of my house, whenever I didn't have the energy to go to the gym. And I got really upset when I haven't been filming for Vlogmas, because to me, it always seemed like such a normal thing. You just get up, you take a shower, you film. And I kept being like, why can't I just do that? It's such a simple thing, but for me, it just wasn't. It wasn't just that simple for me. For me, it was just so hard to just, when I decided that I had enough, and then I would just go to therapy as shameful as I felt like this is a shameful thing to not be able to move, to have all these depressing thoughts is pathetic. And I wanted to be able, I knew therapy was a place that people vent and they got all their thoughts out, and that therapy was a place where people who were like me healed. So it's like, it's either that or you can keep getting the same results you're getting, and you can keep doing that. But Jordan, you are almost 37 years old. My birthday is December 22nd, in case you didn't know. So I was like, you don't want to keep getting older and older and doing the same stupid, that word I'm trying to say, because people who do the same things get the same results, So I went to therapy, and I went to an evaluation center to first see what I needed, what type of therapist I needed, what type of psychiatrist I needed. And then after I filled out the form and I talked to one of the people who did the evaluations, then I went to a therapist. And then after I went to the therapist, they sent me to a psychiatrist who specialized in what I have. So I don't know, I just felt like, I just felt so shameful. And at first, I'm going to be perfectly honest, I wasn't taking the medicine because I was just like, there's gotta be someone else out there who's going to tell me that, yeah, you're just in a situation where that's different for you. You're no longer living with any members of your family or your best friend. You're stressed out because now you don't have a regular 9 to 5. You have you're a freelance writer. You have an entrepreneur type of a job. So you don't have, you don't have that type of a situation. So obviously you're stressed out. I so wanted to just hear those words, that you're just stressed because of your situation. And everyone gets stressed because of this. And when I got a second opinion and a third opinion, okay, and I honestly went to get a fourth opinion, and everybody kept saying the same thing. I didn't tell any of them about having seen any one of the other going to any of the other clinics. Just be like one of those things where when you go to a new hospital and your primary doctor from a hospital where you live somewhere else, say another city or state, they would just fax over the information that they've already gathered about you. And I just didn't want that to happen. But when I actually, my fourth person was the person that I was actually meant to have, because she was the person who was just someone who I will forever be grateful for, because she was just like, okay, you say you want to go to therapy and to change, but I'm telling you what to do to be better, and yet you're refusing to do it. So which is it? Do you want to change, or do you want to still be the same? Because the choice is up to you. So I really took her words to heart, even though, I don't know, it's just really weird, because yes, even though I wanted to change, I I wanted to change my way, and my way was just not having, not that way, you know. I didn't want to change that way. But I actually decided to just go ahead and listen to her and us, because, you know, it's me too. I'm the one that had to decide to make the change. And I since I last left, and after going through, it's only been like 2 weeks now since I've been on my medication, and honestly, I feel different, and I don't really like it. But when I talked to my therapist about it, she was just saying how I feel different because my mind's not buzzing as much as it used to, and I'm not sleeping. And, you know, even though, honestly, the fact that I feel different and the fact that I feel different and I'm not used to my mind being so quiet makes me nervous. So I haven't been sleeping because I'm nervous, because I keep waiting for the other shoe to drop. I keep waiting for it. I keep waiting for things to go back to normal. And I'm just like, I don't know what I want. This is my new normal, yet I'm complaining about it. So I was just like, okay, you really being that person right now. You complain about all the buzzing, all the anxiety, and then you complain when it's not there. And I had to remind myself that for 37 years, well, almost 37 years, 37 this month, I've been that way. I've always had buzzing in my head. I've always been anxious. I've always been a bit cautious about, you know, going outside and meeting new people. The few times that you lot see me going on a hike or going to Vegas with my mom and Danny, those were big moments for me, because I went even though I was feeling bad. Each of those times I went during my low period. And I think in one of the videos, I even mentioned how I hadn't been feeling that great. But I went anyway. And in the Vegas vlog, oh, that was a mess, because Vegas has a lot of people, and we were by the Strip, so I'm already socially anxious, so that was a lot for me. And the hotel people weren't helpful, and they were kind of mean. So I felt so thankful to have been with my mom and to recover from that after I left Vegas. I was like, I was a bit of a mess, but at the same time, I really appreciated that trip, because I learned that, hey, even when I'm not feeling so great, I can still be around people and be okay. Maybe I'm not the best at handling being around people like other people, but I didn't have a panic attack. I didn't break down. I survived, you know? So that was just my trip, and I was really grateful for that trip. Yeah, and I've also been kind of I've been more grateful than I've ever been, because when I first tried to do YouTube like a year ago, it didn't really work out, mainly because I started and then I stopped, and then I felt embarrassed that I stopped, so I changed my channel. So all the people that, like, I think I had like 200 people, 200, no, more than that, like 250, the 250 people that I had, I deleted my channel, I deleted my Instagram, I deleted everything, and I kind of went dark. because I was so embarrassed that I had those lows. And I tried again, same thing. And this time though, because of you, two people, very special people, Phoebe and DeAnna, who actually comment on my videos and you say such encouraging things, I'm not about to cry. Okay, I'm back. I had to go away and compose myself for a minute because I'm not ready to just bawl on YouTube. So, but you two say such encouraging things to me, and this video honestly wouldn't have happened without you two, because even though I am now on my medication, I feel like I don't have to be embarrassed about I don't have to be embarrassed about my mental health and being diagnosed with bipolar 2 or anything, because I have two complete strangers who actually care about my well-being over here. And you know, I can't thank either of them enough. And I really don't know how to thank either of you enough, honestly. So thank you so much for being that boost of encouragement that little old me really needed, especially during this dark and hard time in my life. So I really appreciate you. Thank you so much. This video is already like 21 minutes, so I am going to speed through the rest of this and close it out.